If you're thinking about moving to the Williamsburg area and your budget's around $500,000, then you came to the right place. In today's video, we're going to talk about what you can get for about $500,000 in the northern York County portion of Williamsburg. So don't forget, when we talk about Williamsburg, we're talking about the city of Williamsburg, James City County, and northern York County. Those all combine to form what we really refer to as Williamsburg. So today we're going to focus on 3 neighborhoods in the northern York County area, really right off of the Colonial Parkway. My name is David Tortellini. I'm with eXp Realty. Stick around and we'll get right to it. All right, we're going to start in a neighborhood called Queenslake. And this is one of the older, more established neighborhoods in all of northern York County, Williamsburg area. And I think people really love this neighborhood. It has a lot of character, a lot of different home styles and price ranges, and you can definitely get in here for around $500,000. In fact, I'd say entry level here might be closer to $400,000. So there's a lot of opportunity depending on what you're looking for, because in this neighborhood, you really are going to see different homes at different price points. Now, you could definitely spend $1 million in this neighborhood if you wanted to. It would be pretty easy because there's waterfront here. So there are a lot of big, beautiful homes along the water. And then you're going to find that there are also some big homes here that are a little older now and they need some work, and there's some opportunity to get those too, along with maybe some more like ranch style homes that may be a little bit more affordable than some of the big 2-stories. So like a good example of a home, this sold a little while back. This is 104 Maid Marian, but this sold for $500,000 and it's a 3,000 square foot home. So you've just got this really big, beautiful on the exterior home that sold for $500,000. The inside, you can see from the photos, needs a little work. Looks like that's what they're doing, but I think there's opportunity to be in a home that's 3,000 square feet that maybe needs some work. And if you're willing to do it, you can get into this highly desirable neighborhood. Now, there's another one that sold around the corner. I wanted to go buy it, but you can't really see it very well from the street anyhow because it kind of dips down. Also, the homeowners in the front yard doing yard work. But 116 King Richard, it's a little over 2,200 square feet, 3 beds, 2 baths. Much different style completely. In fact, it's a fairly unique style for the neighborhood in general, because most of these homes were built in the 60s and 70s, and just a very unique style in general for the neighborhood. But that sold for $490. So that sold just a few months ago for $490. So there really is, in this 500 price range, you're going to get some different options. Now, this is a neighborhood that deserves its own full video. If you think that this is a neighborhood that you're interested in, subscribe to the channel, because we're definitely going to come back to this neighborhood and do a top to bottom video on this whole neighborhood, cover all the price ranges, different styles of homes. But for now, we'll just stick with, around what you can get for $500,000 here in Queenslake. So, we're right off the Colonial Parkway. You can take this right, we're only 5-6 minutes away from Colonial Williamsburg. You can get on Colonial Parkway, head down to Yorktown from here, super easy. This is a really cool location. You can tell why it's so desirable. So many people want to be right here, but you're just generally speaking going to deal with a little bit older of a home if you want to be here in Queenslake. Okay, well now we are in a much different neighborhood than Queens Lake. This is called Creekside Landing. Crazy thing is, this is right next door, so these neighborhoods are adjacent. But all of these homes were built kind of in the 2005 to 2008 sort of date range, so much newer neighborhood. And in this, you're really looking at kind of, I call it kind of suburban paradise. I mean, big, beautiful homes. Everything here is, 4 beds, 2.5 baths, 5 threes, stuff like that. So you're really looking at a lot of homes that are ranged between maybe about 2,400 square feet and 3,500 square feet. And, you're really you're looking at a much more modern, much more suburban, I think what we consider to be a more modern suburban lifestyle than our last neighborhood. Now, again, it's right next door and it's kind of neat. You can actually go right out of this neighborhood and the middle school is right there. So if you have kids in middle school, they could walk to school. The elementary school is right down the street. It's out, you can't walk to it. But it's pretty close. Now, this home right here, this is 323 Corvette Drive. We're on Corvette Drive right now. This sold for $495, a little further back than I would have liked, but it's 5 beds, 3 baths, 3,200 square feet. And do I think you could still get quite that size sold for $495? Do I think you could quite get that still? Probably not quite that much, but I still think you could probably be in the 2,800, 2,900 sort of square foot range. I don't think you'll push 3,000, push over 3,000 at 500, but you could still be in one of these more modern, newer homes. Now, they are 16 years old now, so there is, even at that age, there's a little bit of dating factor going on, but most of the homes are still absolutely beautiful. Or because this is a nice price range, you're seeing people that can come in and modernize pretty easily. So just a big, beautiful neighborhood. This is another one where if you're interested in this, we're going to come back here in the next month or two, and we'll get a full video on the whole neighborhood so that you can really dig deep into this neighborhood. But for the Northern York County area, I think this neighborhood is an absolute gem. A few friends in here. This is just a great, idyllic place to be. Alrighty, and now we're down the road in one of York County's newest neighborhoods. It's called Whitakers Mill. Now, this is a Ryan Homes neighborhood, so you may have an opinion on Ryan Homes, or you may want to do some research on that builder. They build a good product at a very good price, and so with very good price you do get some things. But this neighborhood, it is a little secluded, so fortunately it's pretty big, and the beginning of the neighborhood has a ton of beautiful townhomes, some with garages, and you're going to find that then the back half is single family homes. You can see they're big, they're beautiful. There's a whole bunch of them back here, and so it being secluded isn't that big of a deal because it is a big neighborhood. But if you have kids and they want to ride their bike to their friend's house, they better live in this neighborhood, because outside of this there really isn't much. So we have several that have actually resold, even though these are like 2019 builds. We're looking at resales in this neighborhood. Really good neighborhood for military, because they come in, get something really nice, and then they can turn around and resell it pretty easily. So we have 401, 403 next to it right there, and behind me 400 Whitakers Mill. These all sold, or sorry, Bolton's, all sold here in the last few months for around 500. One was 520, and the other two were below 500. And what I'll do is I'll put links to all three of those properties below so you can see all the details on them. But you're really looking at homes that are in the 2,400 to 3,000 square foot range. They're practically brand new. In fact, I think they're finishing out this neighborhood now. I think the last few homes are currently being built. So this is an opportunity if you want new, you want the modern layout, you want that modern look with like the stone front, and you want to be in the Northern New York County, Williamsburg area, this neighborhood is right by Water Country USA. So you're really looking at, maybe a 4-minute drive to Water Country. And so you're still going to get a lot of the things. It is a little bit more out of the way. It's a little weird getting here. But with that, you get newish, you get new. So really cool neighborhood, really beautiful. I love that it has the big sidewalks. Of course, I'm walking down the middle of the street right now, but this is your good opportunity. You can see everybody's got the white fenced in yard and all that. So really just a beautiful neighborhood that gets you that new construction feel that a lot of people are looking for, right around 500,000. Alrighty, well those are 3 neighborhoods in the Northern York County, Williamsburg area where you can buy a home for about $500,000. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those below and we'll reply as soon as possible. My contact information is below as well, so you can always just reach out directly. We'll be sure to include links for the houses we might buy, searches for the neighborhoods, and a search for the greater area as well. And don't forget to like this video and then subscribe to this channel, because if you're interested in 500,000, we're going to be going to the different parts of Williamsburg to repeat this video in the different areas. And then of course, share this with anyone you know who may be looking to move to the Williamsburg area. Again, my name is David Tortellini. I'm with eXp Realty. Thanks so much for watching.